Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you? Oh my gosh, So, how are you guys this morning? Welcome to getting your January booked solid. Honestly, I'm so excited about this call. Hey, good morning, Sandra. How are you? Yeah, isn't this going to be a lot of fun? I'm so excited that Kim is able to join us also. Let me see who else. I need to button this button. Good morning. Hey, Jordan, good morning. Hey, Heather and Cindy. Oh my goodness, we've got a lot of great people joining. Yep. I'll bet it's because it's the topic of the day, right? Or really the topic of January. Yep. Hey, good morning, Madison. Oh, Heather, how are those boys of yours? Good morning, Vicki. Kendra, good morning to you. It's calling for snow here in North Carolina. Yeah, I mean, Heather knows. Yep. Good morning, Cindy. Yeah, guys, I'm so excited that you're able to join us. Let me see if I can get rid of this banner off the bottom. There we go. Who else? Mariah, good morning. Pamela, good morning to you. Let me go ahead. I have some notes I want to pull up here. I'm waiting for Kim to arrive. Courtney. Oh, yeah, Courtney, it is going to be so cold. I know it has been. Let me see. Bring her. I'm going to real quick. And let me pull up some notes that I made. Here we go. All right. We're going to just wait for one more minute till 9:05. And guys, you know what? If you can do me a favor, you can ask your questions, but we'll wait probably until the end to go over them. And that way we'll just try to capture all of the questions at one time. All right, I'm adding Miss Kimberly. Oh, yeah, Heather, snow. I'm not ready for it either. And it calls for it to be pretty bad. I mean, like, for here, it's bad. It's 6 to 7 to 8 inches. Yeah. Kimberly wants to be in my video. I want approve. Okay, Kimberly, it says you're already a guest in there. So try again, Kimberly. Try to request to come in again and see what happens. Instead of me saying bring you in on camera, you try to request to be bring on camera. And let's see if we can do it that way. Oh, yeah, Pamela. I advertise. That's why I think we've got such a huge audience this morning, is because I advertise that we're going to be talking about January bookings and, of course, bath bombs. Yep. So this is the perfect call to be on to start or to continue building your January calendar. Yep. All right. Let's see if we can get Kimberly here. Oh, you came on for me. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you, Pamela. I appreciate that. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can do this now. Approve. Okay, it's adding you now. Let's see if that works, Kim. Connect.
Hi.
There she
You did
is.
it.
Yeah, we did.
I was like,
with Facebook,
oh no.
With Facebook, you never know. Yeah, and that's one of the things I'm just going to really encourage you guys to do. And so let's start the training. And one of the things that I'm going to encourage you guys to do is to fill your January calendar with as many in-home experiences. And this bath bomb could be one of the experiences that you offer, or maybe you offer a winter hand spa experience, pampering. And I just saw a commercial for Old Navy, and they are offering their gloves for $1 today. You can purchase them online or in the store. I think there's a limit of 10 pairs, but you can get your friends to purchase them for you. because when you advertise that you do hand spa experiences, the way to advertise them is to go live and actually do a hand spa. And there's a video, a YouTube video, and a Facebook video that I've done for you guys for hand spas. So you can go on live and you can show the hand spa experience, talk a little bit about what you teach at your hand spa classes, which is how to take care of your hands, how to treat your cuticles, you know, all those things that you'll see in the video. And then you can go ahead and pull a glove and put it on and say, and everybody that attends my hand spa experiences or pamperings, excuse me, hand spa pamperings, leaves with a fun pair of gloves. And you never know which one pair of gloves you're going to get, because we put them in this cute little tote bag, and you pull a pair out, and that's your pair for you. Or maybe you could even think about sharing the gloves with someone else. So again, the concept of the in-home experience is the excitement, the curiosity, because we're still pioneers. We're still considered pioneers in the industry. There's not a lot of people that know about lemongrass spa. Not enough people, I'll say, that know about lemongrass spa. And so by you doing those kind of visuals and then entering somebody's home to kind of seal the deal with the relationships that you're offering, listen, I know you can do it virtually. However, you know that standing side by side, looking into someone's eyes, having that experience of, you know, meeting friends in an environment like someone's home, you just can't duplicate it anywhere else. So I'm not saying not to do virtual parties. In addition to virtual parties, make sure your calendar is jammed with with openings. So you want to have a lot of openings on your calendar, and you want to make sure that you are extending the invitation for people to get together. And then you never use the word party, you never use the word host, you never use the word book. And if you need time on my calendar to understand what I'm saying, then make sure you spend time with me, because all of my training, especially with my regional training, I teach you that the words that you use are what sets you apart from every other consultant in the direct sales community. We don't do parties. We have experiences. We have classes. We teach. We offer solutions. Listen, not to badmouth anybody's product line, but there are a lot of product lines that enhance or add to something they existing already have, but there's no end solution to it. There's no life-changing experience that happens. And with our type of products, we know that to be true. You change your life when you change your skincare routine or skincare products and your personal care products. So again, that's what we want to really embrace. And the way to do it most effectively for your business and to build a business is to do that in home. So, so a couple of things I want just to share before we start interviewing Kim is with the 50% off, or 50%, excuse me, additional host rewards or host cash. I don't call them rewards, I call them host cash. It's really 50% more in additional cash that the individuals that choose you, that bring their friends in, they're going to receive. They're going to have more shopping cash. I apologize. My hair, listen, I was standing in front of the mirror like at 8:57 and my hair was still totally wet. So the back of it is still totally wet.
I think you look awesome.
Oh my gosh, is it 8:57? So, you know, I apologize. This piece here should not be falling down. It should be sprayed in place, etc. But so I apologize for
Kathy.
Stop laughing, Kimber. You know, when I do training with Kim, after the training is over, Kim always reveals a nugget that I say
privately.
Like, I know. Oh no, you do it privately. I'm like, did I say that? She's like, you did. I'm like, wow. Okay. So again, she'll say something about playing with my hair, I'm sure.
No, I love
but
it.
Anyway, so the 50% additional cash that your hosts are going to receive, it kind of reminds me of when you find a deal in the industry. Like if, for example, you know, all of a sudden there's a gas station on the corner that for this day only, they're going to be offering 50% off high test just for this day only. Well, you don't know who has a car that takes high test. All you know is there's a lot of people that may not pass that gas station and see that sign. So you're texting, you're messaging, you're posting on Facebook, you're connecting with everybody, allowing them to decide if they want to make the trip to the gas station. Well, with this 50% additional cash, what you need to do is you need to make sure you're looking at all of your customers and you are messaging, private messaging, or you are texting them. Yes, you're welcome to put it on Facebook. I have to tell you, Facebook now, there is so much noise going on in Facebook because the network marketing people, like the Rodan and Fields, their network marketing, they really manage that space. That's their real estate. So they get a lot more traction, and Facebook uses those algorithms to make sure that they are pushing their business because they spend a lot of money using Facebook ads. We don't, and we really shouldn't, because we don't sell our products on Facebook, right? We sell them by connecting with people to see what you need, how I can help, what are you currently using, what do you need to do a ditch and switch on. So again, when you post on Facebook, you're keeping your fingers crossed and saying, well, I hope it works. But when you private message and you text and you have that conversation with personal tweaking, you now have their attention. You get response back, whether it's a yes or a no, or let me take a closer look, or let me check with my friends. You have that level of conversation with them that you can never have in the noise that happens on Facebook. So again, what you'll use Facebook for is to look in your timeline, read the posts, and then private message someone. They're like, oh my gosh, I would have never thought about her. She's never done a party with me. She's never purchased for me. I'm going to invite her to get on my calendar in January and offer her and her friends a hand spa pampering. Or now after today, with Kimberly's help, you're going to offer her a making cake. So again, I think the key with that 50% increase is you just don't leave anyone out. What if someone saw your post, like a past host, and she saw the 50% and she's thinking to herself, oh, sure. Oh my gosh. I know Kim's going to call me. I know Kim's going to contact me. I know I'm going to be one of the ones that she offers a spot on her calendar. Even if I can't do it, I know Kim's going to be thinking about me and offering me that. That's what your past host and those customers that really treat your product line like they buy it off the shelf. When they're running low, they contact you. They need to know that this splashing on this public site, the social site of Facebook, is just something you did for convenience, because you're going to get with them. You're going to contact them. Not to worry, I'm going to contact you, because they're the ones that really are the ambassadors for your business. They deserve your individual attention, and that can come in the way of a phone call, a text, of Facebook Messenger, chat, video chat, etc. So start making your list. Get out 5 a day if you need to minimize it to 5 a day, and just make sure you're making that personal connection. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is at this time of year, people are nervously thinking as they're opening their wallets to spend money. They're nervously thinking, how am I going to pay this after Christmas? Now, it doesn't stop them from spending, because they know they're going to figure out a way, right? Or maybe they just don't even think about it enough. And so they make those bills. They create those stress levels in their life that happen really after Christmas. So my suggestion is, as you're filling your calendar with those bath bomb or those hand spa pampering events, my suggestion is asking each and every one of those individuals, listen, while I have you on the phone, have you ever thought about maybe using direct sales, earning some extra money after the holiday and trying direct sales and thinking about joining Lemongrass Spa? We could use your your party as a launch. Have you ever thought about that? And get them to think about ordering the kit, considering ordering the kit now, because when they order the kit this month, think about it. They've got the rest of December to talk to their friends about, yeah, I think I'm going to try something like this. I've ordered the kit. I've got some products. I'm loving it, etc. And in January, I'm really going to, see if this can work for me and my family. So as they're having that kit arrive, and you're telling them how much they're going to love it, and they're sharing some of the products with their friends that they're around during the holiday season, they can go ahead and use January as a way to practice. They can practice with the bath bombs that we're training on. They can practice with hand spa pamperings. They can have those 3 dates that contract to order their kit, the kit order contract asks for. Those 3 dates could be 3 dates in their home where they just do some DIYs, or they do some hand spa pamperings. Listen, a party plan business doesn't always necessarily mean they have to have friends do parties with them. This is the type of experience that we're going to be offering you today, and I've offered you in the past, that is really very easy for people to duplicate. Again, it's an in-home experience, because the last thing you want to do is try to train them on Facebook parties when we know Facebook is being so fickle, and they're going to experience the same uncertainty with Facebook that you are, and that I am, and that I know Kim and her team is experiencing, because I'm having you guys on my calendar all the time saying, what's happening with Facebook? And I'm like, you know what? I just don't know. Let's
Nobody knows.
and spend some time. Go ahead.
No, sorry, I was just saying nobody knows.
Nobody knows, and you won't know, because they change. They make a decision in the morning, and it rolls out, impacts everybody during the day.
Mm-hmm.
So again, the key is when you're having this kit arrive into the homes of your consultants, your new consultants this month, they're going to experience all the fun of these DIYs and these hand spa pamperings. Keep it very simple. Let them try the products by ordering the kit and having some experience at their home in January. And this is the time that when they do those experiences, they can be the host. Do you guys realize that? They're going to be the host and the consultant. So they're going to receive that 50% extra cash themselves, or they could do a mystery host. That's perfectly fine also. But think about it. When they do those 3 experiences themselves and they get the host cash, they're going to build out their kit, and they're going to get money in their bank account. So it's really the perfect opportunity for you to do it now by having them order their kit now. Don't wait till January to have them order their kit. I mean, you can, but why not offer them the opportunity to have the products over the holidays, to share the products, talk about it when they're out among their friends? Now is the best time for them to order that kit. So get those wheels turning, and let's figure out who you know that you haven't asked, and who did you ask or invite that you want to circle back and say, with the 50% additional cash, I'm thinking it might be a fun time for you to try something like this. So get on my calendar if you have any questions about how to ask, who to ask, and let's get all these kits out of the shipping department at Lemongrass Spa, and let's get them into the homes across the country. And then let's have some fun in January with everyone that wants to host and join, and have just the most greatest business building experience in 2019 that you could ever have. All right. Let me say, yep. So that's what I wanted. Oh, the other thing I wanted to share with you guys before I start asking Kim some questions. The other thing I wanted to share with you guys is, how many of you are DIY consultants? You do things yourself. I mean, you're crafty, you like it, you make your own, so laundry detergent. I know I'm speaking to a lot of you out there. Well, how many of you aren't? How many of you thinking, oh my gosh, this bath bomb is going to stretch me? And that's me. However, I did a lot of practice, so I know how to make just basic bath bombs with the lavender, and that's what I do. So for those of you that are inexperienced, my suggestion is you call some friends and you say, listen, I need to practice making bath bombs because I'm going to be offering them in the winter season at my classes, my bath bomb classes. Would you let me practice with you? Do you have a couple friends that you want to going to get together, and I'll bring all the supplies over and let's practice making bath bombs. Now, the beauty of that is you have a captive audience and you're not calling it a party. You're not trying to sell. I mean, chances are they may buy, but most likely they're going to book after they experience this. And the other thing to keep in mind is for those of you who are DIY, you want to keep your bath bombs pretty simple. If you're introducing this DIY bath bomb class to those of us that are first-time bath bomb DIY peeps, keep it to a minimum as far as what they can duplicate. Because when you have a new consultant, yet to be a new consultant, show up at your bath bomb party or class, excuse me, you can call it a party, I don't mind that. When you have those individuals sign up or show up and they want to become a consultant, you want to have them think, I can do this. So don't go over the top, even if you've already done bath bombs in the past and you can make them really cute and, you know, really look like the Lush ones in the store. You can do those for gift ideas or gift giving, but when you're doing these kind of parties, just make it so that someone in the audience, 2 or 3 people in the audience that want to join, they're going to be able to duplicate this. They're going to be so attracted to this experience and this fun that they're going to want to sign up. But if they think that it's, oh my gosh, I just couldn't do this, you know, seemed a little bit hard, I'm not, you know, crafty like that, then you're going to lose the opportunity to say, oh my gosh, you could do this. You're going to have to say, oh, well, this isn't what you'd have to do. Well, that's like the kiss of death. What do you mean? If it's not what I'm doing, why are you doing it, right? So, so anyway, I just wanted to remind you that practice makes perfect. And if you're going to practice, you might as well grab some friends and say, can I practice with you and a couple of your friends just to see if we can tweak this out and get them to where they look presentable. You know, when I do my bath bomb parties in January. And listen, one other thing I want to share with you guys is make sure that you bring the finished bath bombs that you've made at home, that you bring them with you. Because how many of you have ever taken those classes where it's wine and design? They don't say, oh, just draw a vase of flowers. They actually they show you what a print looks like finished. And then you keep looking at that thinking, okay, I need to make those flowers go a little bit more over here. So make sure you bring finished bath bombs with you where they look like they're ready to give as gifts, because that's going to show or demonstrate to the individuals making the bath bombs that that's what they want theirs to end up looking like. And I'm sure you guys would probably already figure that out, but I just want to make sure you have those available to take with you to all of when you do your bath bomb parties. So Kim, let's start out and let me ask you this. Where do you find, and guys, we're going to create an album here in the University Social, and it's going to be titled Bath Bombs. And so I'm going to offer links. I'm going to put this video in there. We're going to put recipes. So I'll do that over the weekend. So just hold tight, you know, saying, where is this? Where is this? We'll have the album or excuse me, a unit. I'm going to create a unit. So we'll create the unit. The unit will be titled Bath Bombs. And then everything that we have will be put in that unit. And you guys will see the word units across the top if you're looking at your phones, down the side if you're looking from your computer. And just click on the word unit and you'll see the bath bomb unit. So first of all, Kimberly, my question would be, where do you find the best place? Now, I don't mean supplies as far as, you know, the essential oils, but your supplies as far as the materials you use with the essential oils and the molds that you use? Where do you find the best place to pick those up from a cost standpoint?
So, if most of you know, I live in Okinawa, Japan. So my options are super limited because I live on an island that's literally 60 miles long. So that's my situation. I order everything off of Amazon. Even like the times that I've been in the States and I was doing, bath bomb workshops and stuff like that when I was there, I still ordered everything from Amazon. And I do have a whole notes section on my phone that I can just send you, Kathy, with all of my
Okay,
links.
great.
So as long as that, as long as those links are available when I go and order, which typically they are, that's usually what I stick with. It's definitely most cost effective to buy things in bulk. But really, like after you do, your first bath bomb workshop, all of that stuff is then paid for. You know what I mean? So it's definitely it's an easy investment. It's a good investment, and then you have everything, and then everything that you get after the fact is like money in your pocket.
So the upfront cost, what I'm hearing Kimberly say is there is an upfront cost.
Yes.
And for those of you, for those of you that that do your own, I always recommend you do 1 or 2 parties at your home every month, just to, capture those individuals that have no desire to do in-home parties whatsoever, and they're not actively engaged on Facebook, so they're not going to be a Facebook host. And maybe they don't work outside the home, so they're really not going to be someone that you could offer a catalog party to. Then once or twice a month, you always want to have almost a standing date on your calendar where you say to those individuals, well, I offer on the 3rd Thursday of the month, I offer a whatever you want to call it, but you want to call it a theme, a facial, a hand spa pampering, a DIY bath bomb class. Would you like an invitation? I would love to have you come and meet other individuals, friends, and customers. And again, they're thinking they're not the only one, and saying you're welcome to bring a friend. We'll just talk beforehand, so I have enough supplies for everyone. But if you do that, then you are the host, and you get the host rewards. So if for no other reason, you should be having that at your home to get the host rewards. And the host rewards are, of course, your essential oils that you're going to offer, but it's also the opportunity to get some commission. And that commission goes in a bank account, and it's flagged for reinvesting back into your business. I know Kim adds a lot of gift with purchases with her customers and for her customers. And she doesn't pay out of her pocket at all because she does self-hosting parties all the time. And that's one of the things that I'm going to really recommend that you take from this call is you want to be the host at least once, if not twice a month with your customers. And again, if you can't have it at your house, grab someone that would like to have some of the host rewards, and you'll still get the commission off of it. So yeah, I'll have you send me those links, and I'll go ahead and get those over into the unit, and they can shop that way. But there is going to be some upfront costs, and you guys want to be thinking about that maybe for Christmas if your parents haven't bought you, or you still need, somebody's looking for a gift, one of your family members, you can say, could you just give me a gift card, or I'll take cash, knowing that you want to start a little bit of an investment into doing these bath bombs. One of the things I'm going to remind you of is that in your kit came the lavender. So if you haven't already used that, that's a great, for those of you that are new consultants, that's a great bath bomb to start with, because you know what lavender does at the end of the evening when you're having that shower soak or that bath soak is, or that shower or that bath soak, is it just, kind of gets in your body, and it starts to relax you without you even having to take that glass of wine. So that's something that you could do. I personally go the wine route. No, I'm only teasing. But anyway, okay. So Kim, when you started take you back to the very first bath bomb class that you did, what are some of the things that you discovered that were the highlights of the class, and some of the things that you discovered that you would never repeat?
It's a good question. So the things that I would never, well, okay, let me start with the reason I started doing my make and take workshops was I realized that it was when we first came out with our essential oil line. And I was so excited, and all these people were so excited. And I did one party with my regular crew. At least one person booked a party every single month from this group, avid like lemongrass lovers. And so they just rotated hosting, and we came out with the oils, and they were all so excited. And the very first party, we briefly talked about the oils, and about 2 or 3 people bought what we used to have were these big collections, and they bought these big collections because they were just so excited. Um, and this is shame on me because I didn't do a very good job with customer follow-up after they got their products, because they were my friends and I'm like, oh, I'll see them. So this is totally like embarrassing for me to say this now. But it was probably 2 months after they had gotten their products, and I went over to one of the girls' houses for dinner, and she had like just burned her hand on the stove or something like that. And she's like, I'm putting healing elements on, but like, I feel like I need something more. And I was like, where's your lavender oil? And she's like, oh, it's in the box in the laundry room. Thinking it's in her case, thinking it's in her case. No, homegirl like had it in her lemongrass box that she had opened and then put everything back in there. And I was like, Susan, what? You've had these for 2 months and you haven't even opened them. And she's like, I don't know what to do with them. And I was like, oh my gosh, like red flag. And for me, a big thing, what I realized in that moment, when I should have followed up with her a lot sooner, just because she was my friend and I knew I was going to see her. That was a bad excuse not to follow up with her. But I also realized people are excited about this, but they're a little bit nervous about essential oils, and they don't know what to do with them. And if people don't know what to do with them, and if they're not comfortable with them, a few things are going to happen. One, they're not going to be reordering them because they're never going to run out, because they're never going to use them. Two, they're not going to share with their friends. They're not going to go and say, oh my gosh, I just started using essential oils and I love it. And here's Kim, she's my rep. Like, she'll hook you up and teach you how to use it. It was going to be one of those things like, yeah, I spent $168 on this oil collection and it's still sitting in my laundry room. So I don't really know what to do with it. So that for me was like, I need to find a way to help people get comfortable with essential oils. And I will say, we went through, I went through oils with them at the party. I mean, we focused on learning about essential oils. I mean, I was feeling really good when I left. Like, oh, they're all going to know what to do with it. I sent them Pinterest boards, and this is when we first came out. So we didn't have that extensive essential oil guide that we have now. I mean, I don't even remember exactly what we did have. Maybe it was just a smaller flyer that we had with our basic oils and stuff. I don't quite remember. But either way, it was not working in my favor at all. So what I did was I kind of did a re-party with them, and I said, okay, I'm bringing my essential oils. I want you to at least bring a list. Well, no, I told them to bring their oils because I wanted them to open them. So I said, bring your oils. For this party, I did cover the cost of everything because I knew everybody was going to reorder. I knew I wasn't going to be losing money, and they were they're very valued customers of mine. They, like I said, order on a very regular basis. So that's why I didn't charge or anything like that. And I said, we're going to do some recipes, and so I looked to see what was trending on Facebook. And at the time it was DIY lotion bars from BuzzFeed. It was bath bombs and cleaning supplies. So I picked out, I think I did 5 recipes, which now that's way too much. Don't do that. way too much. It took me like 6 months to realize that was not a good plan. That's okay. I learned a lot I got a lot of practice. Yeah, I focused on too many recipes. There wasn't there wasn't a clear theme. It was just essential oils.
Right.
When you have 10 essential oils that you're talking about, that's way too much. That's way too much. And so I kind of want to go back to what you talked about at some point earlier, was about things being duplicatable. Keep it simple. You want people to be able to look at it. And I'm going to say you want it to be so duplicatable that you can have a group thousands of miles away from you. You can have someone in your Facebook group, one of your customers, one of your Facebook hostesses. She can say, I saw what you did with essential oils, and how can I do that here without you? Like it needs to be so duplicatable that, you know, that I can live in Okinawa and I can have a hostess in Wisconsin and she can get her friends together and I can zoom in to be their consultant. Like that's how simple you want it to be. You know, we have so many awesome choices, and that's what they are, is choices and options. So this is a conversation that, well, one, you should be comfortable with the essential oils that you're using, you know, so pick two, three max. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overwhelm other people. I personally love our blends because they're unique to Lemongrass Spa. One thing that I noticed that you can, and I'm not saying don't use the other oils, definitely like, you know, cycle them in and stuff like that. But for your first ones, if you're able to use a blend, those are specific to Lemongrass Spa. Somebody can't like pull their phone out and be like, how cheap can I get this on Amazon? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they might be able to do with, you know, lavender, tea tree, lemon, peppermint, some of those basic ones, which are all fabulous, but you want them to be in your crew. You know what I mean? Like you want them to be one of your people. You want them to fall in love with you in Lemongrass Spa, and then they're going to order. It doesn't matter if they can go down the street and get it at Whole Foods. They're going to get it from you. And we all know that like the majority of the essential oils that are like sold in grocery stores are not great, right? Like like we all know that.
No.
You know, so we should, if you don't, like now you know. And so you know, having oils with that good reputation, that third party testing that we do and stuff like that is really, really important. So keep it simple. Keep it so simple that somebody can do what you're doing without you being there. So, you know, lavender oil is a great one to start with if you're not in a position of grabbing, you know, ordering a blend ahead of time. Charging ahead per person, you know, I've talked to a lot of people who get nervous about doing that. But here's the situation is, one, it does cost you money to order these supplies. And so this kind of goes to your question. This is something that I, on a regular basis, is I started getting in the habit of ordering everything ahead of time, and then people could pay me at the door. Well, there were a few problems with that. When people pay, they're coming. You know, when people pay, they're coming unless there's a major emergency. And of course, we can always flex for a major emergency, you know, or like your kid is sick or you're sick or something does come up. But you reschedule them for another time, which is why it's so important to book yourself on a regular basis. I mean, I try to book myself for DIY workshops at least 3 to 4 times a month, like 3 to 4. Like
well,
once
and
a week.
Kim, can I say something about if somebody cancels? What you can do is you can offer to reschedule with them at their home, and they can grab a few of their friends, and you bring the cancellation to them. So now you book them as a party, and you don't have to book it at your house. You can say, well, if you want to grab a few friends, I'll just come to you. We'll do the DIY. You'll just need this and this and this kitchen wise or table wise. So again, turn it around into, oh my gosh, no problem. Life happens. Why don't we think about this? Or how about we do this? And then you book them instead of bringing them back next month to fill a spot. Get them to book their friends and give them that spot over at their house.
Yeah, definitely. Yep, that's a really good option. So yeah, you can definitely.
Well, a couple things that I want to pull out that I made notes of as you're talking. And I don't know if Kim, if you've ever done this, but if the blends are where it's at. If you don't have a blend, you do lavender, guys, don't let that stop you from doing a bath bomb experience class or party. And Kim said, you know, she does 2 or 3 different, you know, experiences they get to choose. When you're starting out, you saw how popular those bath bombs were, right? So why not take advantage of the fact that we no longer have them? They were extremely popular. And so you're going to be offering them as a class party in January, and you want to get them to take advantage of making them with their friends. Make sure you go back to everybody that bought the bath bombs and offer to come over to their house and teach them how to make them. So if once they run low, they've got their own stash. That would be a great customer to start out with. And maybe if you do have our our blends in a collection, or you have them in your house, you have them in your toolkit. Maybe offer a bundle, because we don't offer a bundle anymore. So maybe you offer a bundle at your class, at your party, where you have them available, and you can make them, tie a ribbon around them or make them look like it is a collection that you're offering that evening. Because once you start with a blend and you describe why the blends are more cost effective and all the different uses they have because they have a blending of different oils with them, they become more attractive than just the single source lavender or orange or something like that. So if you do have that, then make it a collection, a bundle at your parties, and sell it to those that want to add to their toolkit.
Mm-hmm.
Most people have essential oils, they just don't know how to use them. So my suggestion is, when you're doing your bath bomb, still advertise that you offer hand spa, so that you offer facials, that you offer, makeup classes, the basic no makeup class. Still offer that, but you can say, now for those of you that maybe this is your first experience with essential oils, or maybe you're like me where you have essential oils and they sat on the shelf because you just didn't know or remember why you bought them, what you were supposed to use them for. So why not schedule you and your friends to have an essential oil toolkit class where we just go over the basic of essential oil 101. Now, some of you guys are probably sitting there thinking, Kathy, I don't know the basics. Well, then we learn the basics.
Yeah, neither did I.
Because it's just another tool that you have in your toolkit as a consultant here at Lemongrass Spa that you are offering as a service. So of course you may not know them, but you can learn them. There's tons of information out there, both in the university and here on in the different classes we've already done with Kim and with Jen Pisa. So I'll make sure all those are in the unit. And one of the things I'm going to say about making sure that when you're at an essential oil class, that you're there offering it, and you're in the midst of everybody doing essential oils, it's so important that they understand that we are not an essential oil company. We are a solution-based skincare, personal care product company. So, one of the things that Jen Pisa did is she got on my calendar because she said, Kathy, I'm not getting any sales and I'm not getting any bookings from my essential oil class. And I remember when I was with Pampered Chef, we offered freezer meal workshops. And my team was struggling with selling or booking because they came in to do their meals and they left, just like an essential oil class. So I got with Jen Pisa and I said, I taught her how to introduce the bath bomb class before they even got to their station, and talk about what other things that you offer here at Lemongrass Spa and go through the themes. And then we gave everybody a little take-home bag that talked about Lemongrass Spa, what you offer, etc. And you followed up with everyone 2 or 3 days later to say, I've got my calendar open. I'd love to book you for your blah, 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 if they didn't book before they left. So the key is, and when she tried that, her sales that first time were $400, and I think she got 4 bookings. And Jen, if you're listening to this call, when you come back for the replay, she'll confirm that it totally changed her business. And it's because she was just focused on those stations and what people were making, not the entire value add that as a consultant she had available. So, so I want to make sure that you guys, before you get into your class, you know how to manage what you're going to be sharing, and it's not just essential oils. Now, Kim, what do you think about creating a group as people are scheduling their essential oil classes with you, their bath bombs or whatever? Have you ever thought about creating a group just for essential oils where your customers are in that group? Customer can go in it, but these particular customers that are starting their journey or continuing their journeys on essential oils are in that group, where you can have a mass conversation, if you will, mass market to everybody that came to one of your essential oil classes, where they know you, they've met you, and you're just kind of continuing to teach them about the trends with essential oils. Have you ever started a group just for those individuals, or asked them if they'd like you to start a group?
I have not. So I do a lot of essential oil information in my customer group and my community group.
Oh, okay.
Like I have an album in my community group with all of my like recipes and things that, you know, I put together and stuff like that. I do try to at least like once or twice a month, either go live in the group or do like a webinar or a Zoom or something like that where I go through things. My customers are literally all over the world. So I found that my community group is really the best way for me to,
Perfect.
you know what I mean, kind of put that wide net
No.
out.
Well, and I think why you don't want to do an essential group now that I'm hearing you talk is because you're preaching to the choir and you're not opening the minds of other individuals to say you too. And when in your essential oil group, I mean, in your community group, in your community group, you can actually tag people that have had experience being at your class, and they can start commenting for others to hear and read. And even when you go into your community group, you could do a two-way like we're doing here with someone by, you know, asking her ahead of time, and she could come in and talk about what she's using her essential oils that she purchased for you from you for. So guys, live is really, it's really where you get to be the closest thing possible as if you're standing beside them. So if you're not bringing people in live like this, like I'll bring Kim in if she were my customer, and then I'll have a second customer. So I'll let Kim go, then I'll bring a second customer in. And again, I've prepped them beforehand. I know what they're going to say. So they're not nervous and they're like, oh my gosh, I can so do that. But again, that's where, especially in your customer group, where you really start to explore different options for people to join, because they see that this is a relationship business, and you're not strictly saying you can do a Facebook business by doing Facebook parties. You're showing them that technology allows them to have this interaction with people live. And that's going to create a really strong platform for all the consultants that are starting, that are maybe not necessarily always able to do in-home parties. So, you know, or maybe they're long distance, and this is the way that you help them with your in-home parties. So let's go back to charging.
Yeah.
So what do you typically charge? And I agree. I think someone needs to be understanding that this is something that they've set on their calendar, and it's an investment because of what they're learning and what the takeaway is going to be.
Yeah.
So typically, let's say you just do a bath bomb workshop, class, whatever. What do you typically charge for bath bombs?
So it really depends. It really depends. I typically, if we're doing, so I've kind of fallen in love with cupcake bath bombs because they are fast and they're easy and they're super cheap. The most expensive part, and it's still not an expensive, you know, thing, but the most expensive part of making the bath bomb is buying those plastic molds, which you really need the plastic molds because people have to take them home and let them set for a night or two so that they can harden and solidify. You know what I mean? So like I've gotten a lot of questions about like, can you get the stainless steel ones? That's really hard because they need to set in the mold, and those are even more expensive. So yes, they're reusable, but as far as you go.
Now, Kim, I have a question though. So they take the molds home with them, obviously. But now, could you use the stainless steel and use paper?
Maybe.
Like the paper cupcake cups? Because I sent you some from
I still have some.
And I was, and they were all just, guys, I'll tell you, your Michaels, your Hobby Lobby, if you go into the section of the decorating section, they have the most amazing cupcake papers. So I was thinking that what you were going to be using those for are bath bombs, where they were pressing them in the cupcake papers and then being able to take them out, to take them home from the papers and let them set at home.
No, they'll fall apart.
Okay,
they need to be in the mold. Yes, no. So I use the cupcakes, the cupcake liners actually in cupcake pans. So what I've been doing recently, and it's cut down my expense, and my storage, which has been great, is I ask everyone to come, and it depends on exactly what we're doing, how many people. I mean, it kind of just depends on a few things, so you kind of have to figure that out. But if I'm doing cupcake ones, I usually can charge under $10 per person to come and make a tray of anywhere from 6 to 12 bath bombs for $10, which is super cheap.
Wow.
Super,
And they
super
take
cheap.
the mold, they take the molds home with
Well,
them.
it's their cupcake pan, so they bring their own cupcake
Oh,
pan.
oh.
Yeah, so I asked them.
Everybody has a cupcake pan.
Yeah, I know, right?
Everybody has a cupcake pan. So did you supply the liners then? The cute liners?
Yeah, so they just have to bring their cupcake pan. And I've started asking them to bring a large mixing bowl, just because that's, I've had smaller bowls and it tends to be messier. But when I'm only charging like $7 to $10 a person and they're going to leave with a huge old tray of bath bombs, it's perfectly reasonable to ask them to bring one mixing bowl, and we'll even rinse it out and stuff at the house or wherever we are, and their cupcake pan. So it's super cheap. I absolutely love it. So that's typically what I do. I want to share something else that I've started doing over the last couple of months, and I'm in love with it. And I think it's how I'm going to be doing the majority of my bath bomb workshops from now on is, so what I did in October is my sister-in-law, she works at a medical center in Denver, Colorado, and she saw my posts on my Instagram about like our Loving Care, sponsorship and gift set and stuff like that. And she said, I have 300 ovarian cancer patients who are coming to this event that we're having. What can we do to get them these gift sets? And I said, bath bomb workshops. So what I started doing was, and I did it hardcore for 2 weeks, and some of my team members jumped on board, is we charged, as well, I started charging $30 for people to come and do a bath bomb workshop, covered the cost of my supplies, and their $30 went towards a Loving Care gift set. So what I loved about, I didn't get 300, that was a lot, but what I loved about it was it got me so many new leads. It gave me like over $1,500 in PV. It covered the cost of my bath bomb supplies. My community went nuts. I mean, I actually had like other local business owners. There was a country bar messaged me, the owner, and was like, you guys can come and do bath bombs here. And then one of our local restaurants reached out and said, I'm going to come and make chicken and waffles and take donations and give you the money for the kits. So it was really a nice way for like a win-win-win-win for everybody. So we were able to send like just under, I think it was 98 kits for them to give out at the hospital. Got a ton of PV, a ton of new contacts. So many people just loved coming together for that purpose. It was really, really awesome. And so I got so many new leads from that, and people referred me to their friends. So I actually had a spouses group contact me about a week ago and book me for 25 ladies, 25 minimum of 25 ladies to do a bath bomb workshop with their group in January. And I gave them the option. I said, I opened up to I don't have a catalog, I gave it away, but I opened up to our Giving Back page where it has the Human Kindness Kit, it has the Loving Care set, and then the Freedom Feet. And I said, we can do a bath bomb workshop for $10 a person. That'll cover the cost of supplies, and I said, or we can do a Giving Back campaign. And I said we can charge anywhere between, $20 and $30 per person, and you guys can pick one of these kits that you want to sponsor. So each, I said I just take like, it costs me less than $5 a person to do bath bombs in a cupcake pan. Like the cost is so minimal when you do it that way. So I was like, and I said, and everything else will go to whichever cause you guys like, whichever one you want to pick. And so I've been partnering with a women's shelter in Colorado Springs to get them kits. And I'm trying to find a local one here. Of course, military community, Freedom Feet galore opportunities, and the beautiful thing is, especially in military communities and overseas, is there are so many people connected to so many different places. So it's allowed me to say, do you have anybody who works with cancer patients? Do you have anybody that works, do you have deployed service members in your unit right now? Do you have any connections or know someone that, you know, deals with victims of human trafficking or domestic violence that we could, you know, get these kits to. It's just, I don't know, it's been really fun, and it's really lit a fire of excitement under people in my community. And just, yeah, I had a girls club book me. So I went into one of our school age program facilities here, an after school program, and I had 20 girls who their parents sent, you know, $15 or whatever with them for that. So I did with, you know, 20 between 7 and 12-year-old girls. I've done Girl Scout troops, you know, who are doing stuff like that too. So it's really opened the door to all these new people, even with the kids, all their moms and all the like adult helpers, you know what I mean, who are there at the group and stuff like that. So I just wanted to mention that because it was a huge volume boost, you know, for me, as far as sales and stuff goes, and just a great way for me to meet so many new people.
Well, and you know what I love about that, is you're giving back.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, you're giving back to your community. If you Google human trafficking, it'll, and your zip code, and, you know, you'll find pockets of organizations that would absolutely be willing to, you know, talk to you about a fundraiser like this. And again, the fundraiser is not the cash, it's the actual, you know, kits that you're purchasing. And then once you get connected with that person at that organization that supports human trafficking or the prevention of it, then you start offering classes to support that organization. Then people will find time on their calendar when they know that you are connecting it to giving back. And there's nothing wrong with, you know, doing bath bombs for your friends.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. However, what Kimberly's sharing with you are giving back opportunities, fundraising opportunities, and then opportunities to get into groups like the Girl Scouts, where you are helping them, you know, learn a skill, an understanding of, you know, chemical, you know, laden products that they're already, you know, probably using. So you're teaching them very early on about, you know, what to stay away from when they're choosing their personal care products. And their parents are going to love that the end result is there's an awareness there. And they start at an early age because we know more than they know, and we deliver that in a way that's understanding at their level. So I love that. And I just, you know, I'm leaving this call really so inspired. What started to be a booking call to fill your January is really going to change the lives of so many people. And that's why I can't even begin to emphasize, you order kits, get those kits, those new consultant kits out of our shipping department into the homes across the country. Only you can do that. And you have got to be spreading the news of what this, you know, life can be, their life can be like in January when they have the opportunity to partner with you and with Lemongrass Spa and take a look at direct sales. So I love it. And I know there were a couple questions. Lindsay, you asked about how many drops of oils. We'll have all the recipes in there for the you know, you guys to you know, sample and try, etc., to practice. One of the things I want to say is when you practice, go live with your results. I mean, whether you're practicing with a group of friends or you're practicing yourself at your home, go live and kind of just have them come on that journey with you. Tell them that this is why you're practicing, that in January you're offering these classes, and you know, and you're starting your first batch. You know, stay tuned to what it looks like, and then come back and show them what it looks like. And, you know, again, the key is to bring people into your life, and that unfortunately or can't be done through the written word and even through graphics. So it has to be just them seeing your face and hearing your words. Lindsay and Kim, I'm assuming that these classes that you offer, you bring your own oils.
Yes, yes. I bring
Yes,
everything. They bring a
yes,
cupcake
yes,
pan and a mixing bowl, and I supply everything
yes,
else. I bring
yes.
sprinkles. I bring, for cupcakes and stuff, I bring the sprinkles. I bring some dried herbs, and I do have links for all that stuff. So I will, like I mentioned earlier, I'll get that to
Yep.
Kathy.
We'll
But
make sure you
yeah,
guys
you have
all have
so
it.
many
Yep.
choices.
Well, and you know what? If they, one of the things that you can say too is, since you're asking them to bring their own cupcake pan, is they can go to the dollar store
Yeah.
and just invest $1 into their cupcake pan. I mean,
Mhm.
Again, that's something that, be prepared to give them every possible reason that they could come up with why they're not going to come, to say, I've got you covered. These are some of the things that you can do ahead of time. I mean, even buying a large bowl at the dollar store. I
Mhm.
mean, type of thing. So, yeah, there should be no reason why they're not excited about these classes. And then for those of you that are more seasoned, I would definitely venture out and start looking at giving back options and opportunities, and fundraisers.
Mhm.
And I mean, I love the fact that when we make the bath bombs, we can support like a local nursing home. You want to check with them first, to make sure that they're, or a assisted living or something like that. I just think there's so many options, or to give them in a little gift bag for women's shelter.
Mhm.
And that's the other thing, is I don't think we embrace that idea enough, where we create gift bags along with maybe another direct sales company, and you partner with them,
Yes.
the company that has bags, and you partner with them and you create these little gift bags.
Mhm.
So anyway, okay, Heidi, I love that. Heidi said that's a great idea to put that in your VIP group so other customers can see what you offer in the essential oil category. Yeah, Heidi, created another group. I don't know what I was thinking.
I was like,
Because yeah,
another one?
who needs another group? And you're preaching to the choir. And I always say, if you're talking to the same people, again, they're used to you hearing you with the same topic. So that's perfect. All right, let's see if there's any other questions before we head off. Let me see here. Well, we'll do this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stay in this group for a little while, and questions. And I know, Kim, it's late for you there, isn't it?
12:04 a.m.
Yeah. So we're going to let Kim go to bed, and she'll come back into the group when she wakes up.
Yes.
And she'll see the questions, and some of the questions are more related to her. So if you don't have an answer right away, it's because it's Kim's question. And like I said, over this weekend, I'll create the unit. I'll put this video in, and there's been a couple other trainings that I've done with Jen Pisa and with Kim, and I'll put those trainings in the unit also. And you guys can just, really spend the weekend solidifying your plan, and then you work it. And don't miss the timing of, offering the opportunity to order a kit, get it in their home now, and start their experience with you in January. And for those of you that are on Kim's team, I challenged you, every single person bring one person in this month, because you've got Kim that can help all of your new consultants understand, the business model, and especially if they're long distance, because she supports you guys being long distance. So I would really challenge you guys to make sure that those individuals that you're offering a space on your calendar, that you also offer a spot here at Lemongrass Spa. And the best time to do it is to order that kit is this month. I mean, they're gonna love having the experience of using the products, and then in January they're gonna love the experience of having some fun events with their friends. So, if you need help at all, just simply shoot me a message, and I'll do 3-way calls with you. We'll do video chat with your consultant, your potential consultants. But the key is really to focus on, and getting those individuals our products in their hands. And the best way to do it is with that new consultant kit. Yeah. So anything else that you want to say as we wrap up?
I don't know. I just want to encourage you guys to just do it. Like, I don't know. I just want to encourage you guys to just do it. Like, I don't know. I just want to encourage you guys to just do it. Like, I don't know. I just want to encourage you guys to just do it. Like, I don't know. I just want to encourage you guys to just do it. Like, I don't know. I just want to encourage you guys to just do it. Like, I don't know. I just want to encourage you guys to just do it. Like, I don't know. I just want to encourage you guys to just do it. Like, I don't know. I just want to encourage you guys to just do it. Like, I don't know. I just want to encourage you guys to just do it. Like, I don't know. I just want to encourage you guys to just do it. Like, I don't know. I just want to encourage you guys to just do it. Like, I don't know. I just want to encourage you guys to just do it. Like, I don't know. I just want to encourage you guys to just do it. Like, I don't know. I just want to encourage you guys to just do it. Like, I don't know. I just want to encourage you guys to just do it. Like, I don't Just book yourself, invite your friends over. You know, I had never made a bath bomb before. I had never made my own cleaning supplies before. You know, it's just, it's one of those, if you never try, you'll never know. I, you know, putzed around on Pinterest, and that's where I got my recipes, you know, like I was not some big time DIYer, and I'm still not, to be completely honest. You know, I'm not some big professional, you know, or whatever, but it's just, it's one of those things. If you don't ever if you don't ever do it, then you're missing out, and you're missing, it's this whole separate, not separate, but I mean, it's this whole other like faucet that you have, this opportunity to grow your business. And by being too scared to just try it out, you're closing a huge door. You're closing a huge door. Essential oils are a big deal. Like, people are signing up with other companies as members, and they are required, get this, they're required to buy $100+ of oils every single month to keep their
Every
discount
month.
membership. Like, stop
Yep.
thinking, like, just get over it. Stop thinking essential oils are too expensive. Stop thinking people aren't interested, or, you know, they're not going to make the investment. They will. They will make the investment. And maybe they're not going to make it the first time. Maybe they're not going to make it the third or fourth time, but stay consistent and continue to just, you know, offer that value and offer those opportunities to people, and they will get confident and they will get comfortable, and then all of a sudden they're going to be placing a $250 essential oil order with you. So I just, you know, I just want to encourage you, don't be scared. Pull out the Google and type in a recipe. What interests you is going to interest someone else. You know, that's how I do my recipes now. Is I say, you know, it was last Valentine's Day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to make these peppermint mocha bath bombs for Valentine's Day. I think that sounds fun. I want to make frosting. I've never done that before. Who wants to come over and try it with me? And I had like 7 people come over, and I mean, it was hilarious. I literally never made any of that stuff before, and we just worked through it together. And each one of them either still comes to my bath bomb workshops that I hold every single month. They have either booked at least 1 or 5 of their own, or they've joined my team. So, you know, it's just, you don't have to be a professional in order to do something.
You know? Well, and listen, guys, for if you're not a professional, that's where you use the word practice.
Yes.
And you let your friends be your guinea pigs. I mean, that's for those of you that are launching your business strong. I know it's because I've said to you, you're going to need practice.
Yes.
You're going to need practice with your hand spa. You're going to need practice with anything that you want to offer. So what you want to do is get some in front of people to practice, get them to get you some friends that you can practice. And people love the fact that they're helping you, that it's something that they're helping you grow into an art, if you will, or a theme that you want to get really good at. So yeah, I just, if you're going to practice, make sure you practice with people, and, get that stage set so you know exactly all the different moving parts of it too. Yeah. So
the minute you say, come on over and help me with this, and then give me your opinion, people are going to be banging your door down. Everyone loves giving their opinion. Absolutely. They totally want to come over and tell you what they think. You know?
I know. Yeah.
I'm serious.
They get to take them home then too. They get to take home some goodies too. So yeah, I mean, for sure. get and you guys have got pockets of opportunities this month. Look at your calendar. The week between Christmas and New Year's is really a time when everybody just kind of goes,
yes.
And then that's the time when you say, come on over, bring a bottle of wine, and let me practice some bath bombs. I need your help. Yep. So
they will come.
Yep. Yep, for sure.
Yes.
Well, Kim, thank you so much.
And guys,
I have some other training videos on cleaning products. So, we'll go ahead and add those to the unit also, because Glennie, she's not able to be on our calls this month. She's got a crazy schedule. So, but I have a couple videos that I've done with her on cleaning products, on makeup wipes, on all those things. So, I'll put them in there. But at this time of year, I think you just pick a focus. And I think the focus are bath bombs. I really do. I just think it's something that, you know, with the popularity of the bath bombs, the fact that you have customers that bought them, they would love to be able to, you know, make their own.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say one more thing, and I apologize this is lasting long, but I think it's worth telling you guys, just reminding you, if you have a friend that you want to make bath bomb with, just, you know, she's your friend and you're going to go over and make it, create an event and go live in that event and have her invite her friends to that event, and they can watch her make a bath bomb with you. So, you know, make it as a party, if you will, an evening where you're going to do bath bombs with her, have her invite her friends to that Facebook event, and then say, we're going live and Sandy's going to be making bath bombs. Sandy and I are going to make bath bombs. And, you know, have that as a virtual party where people are watching you, and you'll get lots of sales, and you'll also get some connection for individuals that would maybe like to do it with their friends, you know, with a Facebook that way. So, you know, make sure that you understand that's another way that you can offer, is just go live and, you know, do the bath bombs as a virtual party,
Mm-hmm.
you know, live.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys. So I'm so glad you guys were able to join.
Yeah.
For those of you that are watching the replay, it's a little bit long. I apologize for that, but I think it's well worth, you know, watching it all the way through. Yep.
Awesome. Thanks for having
Kim.
me.
Oh my goodness gracious. I owe you big time.
Yeah. I see you
Yeah.
in what, 5 weeks? 5 weeks.
Yes, you do.
So excited.
You do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Listen, guys, have a great rest of your weekend, and thank you so much again for joining us. I really appreciate it, and I know it validates the amount of value that Kim adds to this company. So thank you, everyone. Thanks again, Kim.
Of course. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.